Welcome back, Guardians, to another Destiny video. In today's Destiny video, we're going to be discussing a theory and some apparent leaked information about the darkness powers coming to Destiny 2. Before we get into this video though, yesterday I announced that I am starting a brand new channel, which is going to be Let's Plays and longer videos, like 40 minutes to an hour. If that interests you, go into the video description, click the link and subscribe to that channel. Got 500 subs yesterday, hopefully going to get to 1,000 subs and then start uploading on that channel. So recently there was a leak on Reddit from an inside leaker for leaked Destiny 2 info, legitimate inside source contact. Now everything in this list, people have pretty much just said take with a grain of salt because it's probably not true. It's just someone trying to troll or get everybody hyped for Destiny 2. And about a week ago, I believe, I made a video theorizing what Destiny 2 should be like in my opinion, what I would like to see it become, and that's more of a MMORPG game rather than an MMO FPS game. This would be more like something like World of Warcraft, but in the FPS genre, you know, something that will have consistent content over the years and years and years, and not just be like 2 months of content and then nothing, and then 2 months of content and then nothing. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link that in the video description also, and you can go over there and have a look at my ideas about how to make Destiny 2 more like something like World of Warcraft or MMORPGs. Now, there is something in this leaked post which stuck out to me considering my previous video about what I would like to see Destiny become. And it is this one sentence: powers of the darkness will be introduced into gameplay. And then he comments, my source didn't elaborate on this, which is actually quite convenient that there is no elaboration on that. But the idea of this really sticks to me and my idea of changing the game into World of Warcraft. Now, if you've ever played some sort of MMORPG or, you know, specifically World of Warcraft, there are two sides that you can pick from. You can have the Alliance and you can have the Horde. The Alliance are good and the Horde are evil and bad. And you have like two separate worlds kind of for them. You have one world for the Horde and one world for the Alliance. You can cross over into each other's worlds, but then you're in PvP mode and you can get easily killed by groups of people and such things like that. Now, I wouldn't want to take it to that far of a copy of World of Warcraft, but having the darkness powers really intrigues me because you can make an evil side of our Guardians. So at the moment we have 3 characters and we all play for, you know, the tower, and we're all Guardians, we're all good people. But how about this? What if you can have 6 characters? You have 3 on the good side and 3 on the bad side, and you know, there's different storylines on each side. So, you know, the Guardians will have like a good path to follow and we get to fight raids against the bad guys, etc. And then the bad guys have their own path where they're gonna get more evil or something and grow more powerful to take on the good side, the Guardians. This would open the game up so much because not only will you have 3 characters to work for on one side, you'll have an extra 3 characters to work towards on another side as well, making basically double the content that we already have in a game. And then you can have specific armors for the bad guys and specific armors for the good guys. So, you know, people will want to play the other teams as well, the other side, because they want to get those sorts of armors. You could have exotic weapons specific to each side. You know, there's a lot of stuff you could work around, and, you know, the darkness powers could give you special abilities or passive abilities that are opposite to the light, which can have their own passive abilities and stuff. But the problem with this idea is that they would have to create a whole separate world for quote-unquote bad guys, and then create, you know, vendors and characters that go into that side of the world, as opposed to creating more for the good side as well. So there's going to be a lot more stuff for them to create and design, and maybe that's why the game has been delayed until Q1 2018, which is another thing that was in that leaked post. Something else that was in this leaked post as well, which also speaks to my theory and my ideas, is the speaker will be central to the main storyline, which could be the good side. So you follow the speaker and do what he wants you to do, follow his quest lines and stuff, and then Xur will play a new role in the overarching story. So maybe the overarching story is the darkness side of it, where Xur and maybe the 9 take over as bad guys, and Xur's been like a spy all this time, something like that, you know, and then he and the 9 create the darkness, and the darkness, you know, infects Guardians, etc., and they take people to the bad side, and then you have good versus bad. And then you can also have like an exclusive raid on one side, an exclusive raid on the other side, so people have a reason to cross over and play other characters on each alliance or horde side, if we're talking in World of Warcraft terms. But this is just kind of like a theory or something I would like to see. You know, I'd like the game to be more like World of Warcraft or an MMORPG, because there's always consistent content throughout the year. There's always stuff to do. There's always ways to level up. You know, it takes a long time to level up also, so you know, it stretches out the game over a longer period of time without it becoming too much of a grind, because it's fun to play. And I feel that would be a great way to take the game, because obviously if Destiny 2 is coming out on PC, you know, PC is much more equipped to handle MMORPGs on a grand scale, so that would be an awesome way to play Destiny 2 if it was this type of game. Again, this is not proven or true in any way, shape or form right now. This is my theory and what I would like to see Destiny 2 be, mixed with an apparent supposed leak of inside source content from an inside source legitimate person that's there. I can't remember what he said, but you know, apparently this is all going to be true according to this leak. Mix that with my ideas and theories, this is what I would like to see. So let me know what you think down below. Do you feel like they could introduce something like the Darkness Powers? How would it play into the game? Do you feel like you could ever have two separate teams, like a good team and a bad team? How many characters would you like on each side? Would you like to see specific exclusive exotics for each side? Would you like to see exclusive raids for each side? And such things like that. Let me know down below in the comments what you think. Hit the like button if you liked this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the little bell next to the subscribe and become a part of the notification squad. Thank you for watching. I've been Easy Now, and you guys have been awesome.